Hi everyone, I'm Marcy, and today I'm baking a super moist and delicious carrot cake. This is a recipe I've been wanting to share for the longest time, and now that it's spring, the time just feels right. So I hope you're here for it and for the cream cheese frosting that I make with just 3 ingredients. Like any good carrot cake, this recipe begins and ends with fresh carrots. You're going to need 2½ cups of peeled and finely grated carrots, 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons baking soda, ½ a teaspoon kosher salt, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, ½ a teaspoon nutmeg, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cloves. Then you're going to need 1 cup of vegetable oil or canola oil, 3/4 of a cup of packed light brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup of just regular granulated sugar, 3 eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, 3/4 of a cup of sour cream, and 3/4 of a cup of either chopped walnuts or pecans. And then for the cream cheese frosting, just 3 ingredients. I make it with 1 block of cream cheese, 1 8-ounce tub of Cool Whip, and 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. So let's go ahead and get started. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees and grease and flour 2 round 8-inch cake pans or 3 round 6-inch cake pans. For good measure, I'm also lining mine with parchment paper. Now, in the same bowl that I've already got my flour in, I'm going to add the rest of the dry ingredients. That's the baking soda, the salt, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the ground cloves. Then I'm going to whisk them all together and set this bowl aside. Then in a separate, larger bowl, I'll add the oil and both the brown and granulated sugars. I'll also crack in the eggs. I'll add the 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And now I can mix with my electric hand mixer until fully combined. Once it looks nice and smooth, I'll add the grated carrots and the sour cream and mix again. I'll then take all the dry ingredients and add them into the wet ingredients. Give it all a good mix. And then add the chopped pecans into the cake batter. This is looking so good. Finally, we take the cake batter and pour equal amounts into each baking pan. Then into the oven they go. Now, depending on the size of pans that you're using, they could bake anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. Just know that if you do the toothpick test, that it will come out with crumbs on it because it is such a moist cake, and that's even though it will be fully baked. When the cakes come out of the oven, let them cool for about 10 to 15 minutes in the pans before turning them out onto a cooling rack. Then let them completely cool before frosting them. The cakes are all cool, so now I'm going to go ahead and make the cream cheese frosting. And you're really going to love this because it's so simple. I've got my 3 ingredients and all you have to do is mix them together. Although I do like to start by whipping up the cream cheese and the sweetened condensed milk first, and then I fold in the Cool Whip at the end just so that it stays a little more fluffy. And now the fun part, frosting. This is optional, but I'm going to add some chopped pecans around the sides of the cake and all along the rim. Then I'm setting apart just a little bit of the frosting, and I'm going to add a few drops of food coloring to make little carrots on top of the cake. And with that, this carrot cake is done. Well, here it is, all done. I'm sure I could have done a better job frosting it if I'd spent a little more time on it, but I still think it's really beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it and see what it looks like on the inside. I haven't had carrot cake in a while, so I'm really looking forward to this. It is so incredibly delicious. Super moist. Everything you love in a carrot cake. It's got lots of carrots and of course the walnuts and all those wonderful spices that just make it so good. I think what I'm going to do is put on a pot of coffee so that I can thoroughly enjoy this, but I really hope that you try this at home because you're not going to get carrot cake this good from a box. Thanks so much for checking out this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. I also invite you to follow me at Marcy Inspired on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, blessings from my kitchen to yours.